Man, this town looks so good when there aren't buildings burnt to the ground. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Triangle Strategy. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we had a little bit of discussion as to how we are going to be helping reclaim the Crown City, and this time we are going to make our decision. None of these choices matter, well, as in, what you decide for this does not matter for the Golden Path. I did mention that last episode, but one thing that I also will mention is what I'm going to do here. So, as for the information that we've gleaned, we've gotten things such as Roland's Wanted poster. We've gotten things such as learning that Frost isn't actually treating Glenbrook all too badly. But overall, I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to mitigate any damage to the city as possible. It's a city that has been under siege, and it will be under siege again, most likely. So, to that end, just in terms of saving the people, we're not going to destroy the dam. And I think it's a little bit safer for us to sneak in and destroy the warship rather than destroying the bridge, which could take a long time to rebuild. So, we are going to be going with Roland's plan.
Serenoa.
A nation cannot exist without a people. We cannot risk exposing these very people to any more hardship than they have already endured. If we explode the bridge, we can isolate the castle. The people will be spared from our battle. Serenoa, do you truly think Roland's plan is the best way forward? Yeah. Avlora is guarding the castle. We're terrified of Avlora, so don't want to get into a prolonged battle. Indeed, Avlora is unlikely to give up so easily, even if we had the castle surrounded. A soldier's experience as she is likely to have a few tricks up her sleeve. Doubt negotiations with her would go smoothly. If the battle draws on, the people will suffer. It may very well avail us to end this fight as swiftly as possible. To think. Thank you, Sereno. I'm happy to know it is where you stand.
Yes?
Benedict's plan gives us the surest path to victory, but it would incur great damages to the capital. Prince Roland's plan is far too dangerous a gamble. Call me naive, but I believe Frederica's plan to be the best for all of us. I see. I admit I'm curious as to why you would choose Prince Roland's plan. Yeah, I think we just want to keep the city unharmed. Indeed, the other plans would turn the Crown City into a battlefield, but Prince Roland's keeps the fighting contained to the castle. If we could best Frost without damaging the Crown City, we would gain both the people's praise and support. And if we failed, we would lose our lives as mere cowards who stole into the castle.
Some time to think.
There is much more to consider with Prince Roland's plan than I originally thought. Hewitt's on our side, so that's fine.
Aye, lad.
Destroying the dam's our best shot at winning this battle. The enemy won't know on him if we flood the city. There's no denying the other plans have their merits, too. Should we go with our best bet or consider one of the other options? So, go with Prince Roland's plan, then. What makes you so sure? Duchess warships would be a little bit problematic. I don't really think... I guess? I know what you mean, lad, and I think it's admirable we want to support him. If we sneak in, it'll be a few of us against a lot of them. It's a risky gambit any way you look at it. You've my eyes to the merits of Prince Roland's plan, my lord. It's given me lots to think about. I didn't really like either of those options.
Yes, sir.
The enemy may already be aware of the tunnels, but no one is anticipating a flood. The capital is swarming with us frosty soldiers. We must prepare ourselves to make sacrifices if we are to reclaim the city. So share Prince Roland's thoughts, even though Frost might know about the tunnels. Let's see... We would have possibility of the numbers. Covert operations Anna is good at. Damage would indeed be great, and if you would order it, I would do everything in my power to see you inside.
In that case...
But if we fail, that would avail the people nothing. So our goal not to oust the frosty fortress from the capital. If that means to guarantee our victory, I think it would be everyone's best interest for us to see it. Though the plan is hardly foolproof, I suppose it is still worth considering.
My lord.
Negotiating will only grant the enemy a reprieve, and there is a high chance that Queen Cordelia has revealed the secret tunnels to the enemy. But we would most certainly deal a heavy blow to the frosty forces by flooding the city. So you choose Prince Roland's plan. Might I inquire as to why? Yes. Duchess warships are troublesome indeed, and Frost is adept with ships and naval warfare. And if my plan were to succeed, there's a chance that a great number of enemy soldiers escape using these vessels, in which case it would better serve us to take them by surprise. I understand your argument, my lord, but to perfect a plan, one must consider it from all angles. Let's continue our discussion. I think this first one is what I'd normally go with, but I feel like at this point we should start appealing to people in general. Benedict is all about the glory of House Wolfort, so... yeah.
Impossible.
Lord, the kingdom's already fallen. The 3 high houses failed to protect the crown, and there's little we can do to defend that honor now. But this battle may be our chance to reclaim House Wolfort's renown. That's why we must win at all costs.
Consult the others.
Thank you, my lord. You have made your stance abundantly clear. Sometimes it's best to just appeal to whoever you're trying to convince. Benedict, he wants the glory for House Wolfort. Frederica is generally just a good person.
It is time to cast our votes. In which strategy do we entrust the future of Glenbrook? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
So Roland, we already know, is on our side because, well, we're on Roland's side. That's nothing there.
On this, I cannot.
Okay. Still...
Even still.
Okay. Still 1-1-1.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Okay. We're 2-1-1 in the favor that we want.
I cannot agree to this.
Okay. 2-2-1. 3-2-1.
I'm with you.
Alright. 4-2-1. I mean, regardless, as long as Eridor... I mean, no matter
Scales of
what...
conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
No matter what Eridor chose, at that point, we would have been good. I mentioned tie votes. You make the decision. But yeah, we are going to be...
The way forward is decided. We infiltrate the castle via the hidden passage and take the enemy by surprise.
You will steal into the castle and defeat their commanding officers. I see. So Wolfort chooses to walk a wicked path. That makes you no different than Esfrost.
We do not regret the choice we have made.
Then it is time to see it done. It may very well be our best chance at victory. I must return to Hyzant and see Minister Camsell. Next we meet, you will have both of our armies at your backs.
You have my thanks.
We cannot afford to lose this fight. For Norzelia.
I thought this battle was for Glenbrook.
This is not a simple struggle for power, Minister Sereno. The goddess, the source, iron? The war of 30 years ago comes back to haunt us because the old cling to relics of the past. Norzelia needs to be born anew. Right now, the people of every nation are searching for a young standard-bearer to guide them.
A standard-bearer?
Yes, people like you and me. This war is a fine opportunity for us to show our worth to Norzelia.
House Wolfort and Hyzant join forces and begin planning Glenbrook's recapture. But with the Norzelia River and the Esfrosti armies in their way, retaking the capital will be no easy feat. Roland proposes they infiltrate Whiteholm Castle and take out the enemy commanders. Though a risky gambit, it is well worth it if they can destroy them all in one fell swoop. Serenoa and the others agree to the plan. In support of House Wolfort, Hyzant's great army marches forth for the first time since the Salt Iron War.
Prince Roland, there is something I'd like to ask you before our mission.
Then ask it.
Why do you really want to infiltrate Whiteholm Castle?
To prevent needless harm to the capital, of course. And to exact revenge with my own hands.
Is that it? Roland, you know you can confide in me.
I want to save Cordelia. She's bound to get caught up in the violence if we launch a full-scale attack. But if we can sneak into the castle, we might be able to get her out. I know this is a war to reclaim our kingdom, but I cannot rid myself of such selfish desires. Contemptuous, is it not?
I understand the burden of leadership. Perhaps it would be easier if we could but purge ourselves of our hearts. But as your vassal, nay, as your friend, I would not want the company of one so void of emotion. We will save Queen Cordelia. Together.
My friend, I cannot thank you enough.
Now, one thing I should mention right now. We have this guy here. I will not be grabbing his character story right now. That's just a result of a lot of grinding that I've done, and as you do battles, you will gain more stuff and convictions. I will be grabbing him, just not yet. There will be 2 full missions. Once we reclaim Glenbrook, then I will grab the next batch of people. I'm just kind of homebrewing that, house rule, whatever you want to call it. But yeah. First things first, we got the side story. So let's see what's going on with the warships.
There's but a single longship docked? It would take one blast crystal to destroy, and their escape route with it.
Heard Hyzant sent in a massive army. Are we gonna be alright without the Archduke?
I wouldn't worry. Not with General Avlora on our side.
Her I trust. Thalas and Erica, on the other hand, huh.
Shh. Not so loud. Who knows what they'd do to you if they heard that?
So Gustadov isn't here, but Avlora, Thalas, and Erica are.
Definitely some valuable information to have. Gustadolf definitely well, from reputation we know Gustadolf is terrifying. But if we can just have Avlora there without anyone else, that's fine.
Minister Serenoa, Minister Camsell, and myself have brought what troops we could muster.
I am grateful for the reinforcements.
As you should be. Hyzant hasn't mobilized this large of a force in 30 years.
There's no need for delicacy with this many soldiers at your disposal. We could fell the enemy with a frontal assault. Though it seems you have some other ideas in mind.
We do. The city and its people will suffer greatly should we brute force our way in.
Instead, we will infiltrate Whiteholm and take out the Asfrosti commanding officers.
And how do you plan to do that? Via some secret passage none but you are aware of?
Just so. The same way we snuck into the castle when the capital fell.
An effective strategy, I'm sure, though recent intelligence suggests Gustadolf has returned to his homeland.
In which case we shall target Prime Minister Thalas and Erica, and General Avlora. We'll have Milo destroy their ship with the blast crystal to prevent them from escaping.
What a devious trick. My favorite kind.
The castle will be easy to take with those three disposed of. Very well then. We shall do it your way.
We would like the two of you to distract the Asfrosti forces with your armies.
When their attention shifts to the front, we will slip into the castle.
Very well. May fortune smile upon us all.
Hyzant's forces have entered Castle Wolfort. It won't be long until House Wolfort makes their move.
Meaning they're coming here. It's hard to believe they'll soon be in the capital again.
My queen, I must advise against considering them allies. Lord Serenoa is now one of Hyzant's saintly 7. Not to mention they're raising arms against the seat of their former sovereign. They want justice. They want the royal blood that runs through your veins.
So you think they seek to make a puppet of me as well?
I do. But you needn't worry. They will not breach this castle so long as I protect it.
Indeed.
A battle is upon us, but fear not. I shall protect you.
General of Lore speaks true. Yet I still want to believe in House Wolfort. Brother, give me strength.
Hyzant and Wolfort begin to put their strategies into action. To draw the eye of the Asfrosti forces, the Hyzantian army encircles the crown city of Glenbrook. Meanwhile, Serenoa and his retinue, Elfric in hand, will steal into Whiteholm Castle.
Hyzant's forces are on the move!
They're coming for the capital! To your stations!
Minister Exham's created quite the distraction for us.
Let's make for the harbor first. Anna says there's only one longship there. We can use the blast crystal to sink it and cut off their retreat.
The safest bet. Yes, I still know about that guy, and he's a very cool character, I'll say that. But again, I'm just going to house rule, because I only have that high of convictions because of grinding. So, next time, I believe we will do both the investigation and the battle. But until then, see you guys later.